Hello everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is your weekly picker card reading. I'm trying to commit to 2 things for the week at the least for Soulful Soul Spirit Speaks, and that is the weekly picker card reading and the weekly draw, 1 card draw, where I engage and work with that card intensely for the week ahead. Okay, so those are my 2 commitments. The other thing I want to say is if you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, I'd really love it if you would. Like, share with other people you think might gain something from this. I would really appreciate that. And subscribe, of course. I want to say, anyway, you'll see from my readings how I read. I try to avoid prediction. For me, the tarot is a powerful tool for self-growth, and that's the way I try to use it. I try to read your story and then also share with you from what I see, how I think you could work with your story and your energy for the week ahead. Okay, thank you for being here. Lots of love to you. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. Just make sure you can see your cards. Group 1 is the rose quartz. Okay, so this is just a reminder. Group 1 is the rose quartz. Oh, that's a nice raw rose quartz. Group 2 is selenite. Look at that beauty. Group 3 is rutilated quartz. I don't have any, but look at that. Look at that. That's a clear quartz. And group 4 is this beautiful labradorite. Let me just make sure that you can see them. All those colors. Wow. Okay, so you've either made your selection based on my earlier post, or you are selecting now. So you can pause the video and make your choices. But I'll also give you a couple of moments. Welcome back, group 1. You chose the rose quartz. Let's see what is going to come up for you. It feels like lots of love, energy, self-love. Hello, group 1. Welcome back. I'm so sorry about this. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. But your reading was quite powerful, and it feels to me like you're going through a huge change, and I think it's in a relationship that was in the universe, by the way. And okay, with the cards, I'm using the John Holland. I'm doing it this way because John Holland's deck is very big, and it just wouldn't fit if it was facing you. But I will keep showing you, and I think you can see the cards nicely. Then I'm clarifying with my little universal weight, like tiny card, because the John Holland deck doesn't have any humans, it doesn't have any court cards in it. But anyway, court cards didn't come up, but you did get, and it was a nice opportunity for me to show off my little babies here. But you did get the card of Aries, and you got the card of Cancer or Pisces. That's not my choice for Cancer, but it is said to be the card for Cancer. But I also see Pisces there. Anyway, so what I'm seeing for you is there's some change, some transition, some completion, something that has come to an end or is coming to an end, a positive end, a right end. It could be a job. I suspect it might be love. You know, you've got the rose quartz there as your guiding card, crystal. You know, it could be something that you love dearly. So it could be a job that you really love. But something significant to you has come to a conclusion, and right now you are not feeling that it's a successful conclusion. For some reason, you are feeling like it is not, and yet it is. It's the right time for this to be going through this transition, whatever that might be. You get the Ace of Cups in the reverse, and because it's in the reverse and because it's the Ace of Cups, I suspect this might be a lovership, and then you get the Lovers card beneath that. You can see that with the cup upside down, those emotions, that love that is felt, has maybe run its course, and now the love is flowing out, or it's flowed out. You know, sometimes I think that when we are in relationships, and even though it's ready to end, and even though the love might have even died within ourselves, but if somebody else walked away before we did, we start looking within and blaming ourselves and seeing all the wrong within ourselves, not realizing that in fact we might have let go as well. The love might have flowed out of us as well. So it might not be a lovership, but what this card is telling me is that right now, and things are all transient, things are transient. Right now, I think you need to try to accept, if you aren't accepting, that something has come to an end, or come to a conclusion of it right now. You know, I'm just thinking about it. With the completion card, it could be that the relationship is going to a higher level. Now I'll read that option as well, right? Because okay, my first interpretation of it was this: something has come to a successful conclusion. You are not believing that it's the right time or it's the right thing. The relationship might have been with an Aries, or someone who has qualities of the Emperor, which can be dogmatic, but very solid and very stable, but so much so that they might believe theirs is the only truth. They might battle with that a little bit, with believing in another person's truth, you know, like that give and take. It's possible. But they are also very solid, they're very fiery, they're strong leadership qualities. So it could be coming to an end with that Aries type person. And I think that this is leading to you to do a bit of withdrawing, and perhaps some introspection is necessary with the Judgment card there. Some allowing some introspection in order for a rebirth to happen, right? I think with the Reach Out card there, that's the card of the Three of Coins, and the Three of Coins is a card of building something together with someone else, and with spirit, with something higher, something beautiful being built. In the reverse, it is a withdrawing from that. I'm seeing it as a withdrawing from that for now, perhaps permanently, I don't know, and allowing a rebirth to take place, perhaps with someone else, or perhaps on a different level. Now, the Six of I keep saying the Six of Cups, so it could be that this is a past life relationship, a really meaningful relationship. And if it's not love, a lovership, see it as it is, but it's very meaningful, it's very deep for you. It feels like something to do with past life. And so it's really difficult to let go of, right? I imagine. But the Six of the lovers can be about this relationship, or this whatever it was, has helped you begin to integrate the different aspects, the yin yang, the masculine and feminine within yourself. Helps you become more aware of how those powers play out within yourself in different situations. And you know, I really do believe that it's a powerful thing to do, is to look at where we behave in more one mode or more of the other mode, and where we are imbalanced, to call on the other aspect of ourselves to build that balance within, you know, and that's part of our journey. And then because both these cards are about balance, and then you have the Chariot, which is the card of Cancer, and like I said, Cancer and Pisces. You have the ability to move forward swiftly, and you don't need to be afraid of losing balance. I think you've worked hard on balance, and you don't have to be afraid of that. And because somebody is leaving, if someone's leaving your life or something's leaving your life, doesn't mean that you lose your balance. You still have that balance within yourself. And that's the beauty of working on finding that divine balance within ourselves, whether we're masculine or feminine, whether we identify as masculine or feminine, whether we hold those aspects more in our everyday lives or in certain aspects of our lives. It doesn't matter. It's such a powerful thing to start finding that integration within ourselves. Right? It's such a deep self-awareness. And then with that, we have the Manifest card. And with the Manifest card, you have the Four of Wands as well. And I think that this is a reminder, if this is a relationship, if it is a job, whatever it is, it has helped you start to find the magic within yourself, the magician, the powerful co-creator that you are. It's helped you discover that. And it's helping you also see that you have the ability to create this Four of Wands. Four of Wands is also another card of balance, and it's about stability, it's about integration, it's about a wedding. But I believe in this reading and in life, being with someone is not the only way we can have stability. We can have stability with community, we can have stability within ourselves. That's what you are realizing you can do. And that's the strong sense that I get. You're realizing your ability to co-create, not in a rabid law of attraction kind of way, which, one of the days I'm going to do it. I'll do a talk about the law of attraction and my view about it. But in a co-creating way, in a way where you are working with your higher self, with your, however you see God or your higher self or your higher power or your angels, however you work spiritually, you're finding that beautiful, amazing magician within yourself. Magic, like anything else, the magic, I'm talking about magic within, has limits, right? We can't be just magicking anything into our lives, because then we would never learn lessons. That's not the spiritual part. But you are discovering some kind of magic from within yourself, and that is powerful. And I think that for the week ahead, embrace that beautiful energy. And then you have this Two of Wands, which is with John Holland's deck. He talks about spreading your wings, and he's nudging. With the Two of Wands, the person is at this almost like a crossroads. They're ready to take that move, but they aren't doing something yet. So in his card, it's the advice, that push. You can do it. You can do it. In the reverse here, I think, and it's there with the Reach Out card in the reverse. And I think that it's saying you need to maybe just withdraw a little bit from whatever this is. You need time to rest and lay down your burdens. That's what I'm feeling. There's a need to lay down burdens. Now, if this is a relationship that's going to a higher level, let me see. It's again that not believing in it. And because of that, feeling sorrowful. But it could well be that this relationship has come to an end of one cycle and is moving into another cycle. It could be moving into this really deep integration, and the encouragement would be to trust that the two together have a whole, like a balance between yin and yang, masculine and feminine within both. And that you have the ability together to create this wonderful, wonderful long-term stability. Right? And that's for those that for whom this is going to a deeper level. So a relationship could have been two people living separately and now they're moving in together. And it's, if that's the case, there's powerful indications of really some magic that you can create together. And it could be, yeah, so that, but it would also suggest just doing some, maybe withdrawing within for both parties together, you know. And if it's been, there have been trials that the couple has had together, perhaps doing some a long time things, laying down burdens, doing some fun things together. That's what I would say. Those are the two ways that I'm seeing that we love it. And now, you know, I realized when I was starting to look for your advice here that I hadn't pressed the record button. So at least this you'll see live. Okay. So that's not looking too bad. Let me just remind you, dear hearts, how awesome is that? But let me remind you about the rose quartz, that lovely unconditional love. If a relationship is coming towards it, to an end, yes, it's hard. It's always difficult. So that self-love is so important. And if it's going to a deeper level, that too, that unconditional love to the self and the other is so important. Yeah. I think it will be really nice for you to work with this energy. You know, I would even just breathe it in. Even when I look at it, I feel so much peace in my heart, you know. So that's beautiful. And you know, I always say this, our spirituality can be so simple, just as simple as filling ourselves with that pink light. You know, holding the rose quartz throughout the day, carrying it in our, like my favorite places within my bra, and just having it around, or just sitting with it and playing with it. The lovely energy of pink. Okay, so with the advice cards, your last row is the advice. How awesome is this? So you have the 9, the sun card, innocence, unconditional love. I think the unconditional love is your theme for the week ahead. Just, and that fun thing, if this relationship is not ending, you'll know if it's being taken to a higher level, to lay down burdens and just have a little bit of fun. But the sun card is so about so much joy, and it really is about unconditional love, because babies are unconditional, like puppies. I think you need to be having a whole lot of unconditional love things, whether it's on your own or with another. Yeah, I just saw something else there. Communication. The 8 of Wands is also that could indicate a lot of passion. So it could be communication needing to happen. It's under the manifest card, so it could also be about something that you're trying to manifest, that you are possibly manifesting. Something's being made real, coming to fruition. Yeah. And I was thinking about this Ace of Cups. Yeah, I did see that as being sorrowful, but you know what's so interesting? The Ace of Cups has been spilling into the Lovers. So it could really well be that a relationship is going to a higher level. That's awesome if that's the case for you. And awesome even if it's not, even if it's the end. That's also awesome, right? Because you have the ability to create something deeper with someone else and within yourself, more importantly. And then in the Hanson Roberts deck, there are 2 cards that are just filler cards. They're not even cards that are meant to be used. They are just like the extras, maybe from the cut of the deck. But I've kept them in because you know how the playing cards have extra cards that are empty, right? But I've kept them because I have my own interpretations of these. And for me, this one, I see that as, look at that person. I think I see that as an angel or a fairy looking in and blessing you, because the blessing is in all these. There's the swords, there's the coins, there's the wands, and the cup must be hidden. I can't see it, but I know it's there. Oh, the cup there on top of the coins. So it's like a blessing of, and there's your 4 again, that stability. So you are working towards some kind of stability with someone or on your own. And it's blessed. I really feel it's blessed. So this is my very special card, this one and the other. Lots of blessings. And then you have this card as well. So with whatever's going on, I think that this is really important, this self-love, this unconditional love for the self and for whatever's around you. Just to be filling yourself with that color and having fun when you can with your partner or on your own. I think the advice is also in laying the burdens down. So doing something that you wouldn't normally do, that is very self-loving act. So with the Eight of Wands, I'm saying that some communication needs to happen, or something. Well, it could really talk about divine passion, a lot of passion. Let me see. Okay, I'm just going to do one more quick look. This is so powerful, you know. That completion of a cycle, and you know, you have that completion, and then you have a new beginning that's about manifesting something. Yeah. I'm just now thinking of the word embrace, that you need to embrace whatever this change is, right? That's happening. Embrace it. Just embrace it fully. Trust in your own magic and your powers to co-create, of co-creation. And if there's a need for communication, communicate clearly. Those wands are also directly from heaven to earth. It's like something is going to happen, something major is going to become manifest. And you know, I'll say I avoid prediction, but that's one of the things that it feels like is in the air, you know, this ability, this something that maybe you've wished for. But as advice, communicate, be carefree, be innocent, have some fun with yourself and with others, lay some burdens down, deep inner love. Just feed yourself with pink, wear as much pink as you can, have pink bubbles in your bath. That's the thing. Whatever, you know, put those thoughts in your bath, and just imagine, feel that love energy. Just surround yourself with that energy of love. Okay, group 1, don't to make this too long. I hope that's helped, beloveds. Please give me feedback. Love to hear from you. Take care and have a wonderful week ahead. Bye. Welcome back, group 2. You chose the selenite. You chose the selenite. And there's the actual selenite. Selena, the moon. Lots of mystery and, wow, also magic, I think. Let's see what the card's saying. That's the card I'm working with, the one card draw, the Hierophant. Hierophant in reverse. almost said the magician, but that ain't the magician, that's the devil. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wow, wow. E major arcana. Okay, I speak to group 1 as well, that I'm because the John Holland's deck, firstly because it's big, I'm working this way, but you can see very nicely. And because it doesn't have any court cards, I will draw from my little miniature deck here, but also because I just want to show off my miniature deck, actually. So cute. There's some powerful energy here. Let's get some. So you have the Teach card, the Hierophant, the Devil, Master. Love that. I love that he calls the Devil the Master. Release, the Death card, and then take the lead, the Three of Wands, the Magician, Manifest in reverse, and Sadness and Isolation, the Three of Swords in reverse. I'll get clarifiers for each. Oh, Chariot, another major arcana. I'm moving forward swiftly with balance. Think of the Hierophant. Oh wow, can you ever? That's the devil again. Moon card. People, seriously. Okay, this one's playing games with us, right? So you've got the Hierophant in reverse. Something traditional, something that's traditional and maybe important for you is perhaps you're releasing something that you've held onto for a long time. Can't be easy if that's the case. And then you have the devil, and you have the devil twice. Oh, perhaps you are releasing something that's been addictive, and that's become like a tradition for you. Like, and perhaps that's because you are doing this inner work. The devil in the upright is about being willing to look at the shadow, being willing to see yourself completely, and to master the art of integrating the darkness with the light. You see the light and the darkness as a part of each other. The one exists with the other. They don't exist without each other, right? Those things that we might not love about ourselves are in fact beautiful. And the devil is a very powerful card in the upright. This is the card of Capricorn, and could be that you're dealing with the Capricorn. And if you are dealing with the Capricorn, it's a very powerful Capricorn, but also very honest. It's a Capricorn in all the positive aspect of Capricorn, a person that's willing to shine light where there's on the darkness, whether it's in situations where people are being abused or mistreated or something unfair is going on. That devil energy is shining light on that. And it could be that you have been doing that inner work. There you go. And then you have the Four of Swords here, which is that inner work. And that inner work is helping you release all those things in a big way. that don't serve you. I think you're going through a major, major change. And I think that this release of something that doesn't serve you is this something. You know, you might even be letting go of spiritual dogma or religious dogma. Could be that you are from a religious group and you're starting to see it as in its wholeness, you know, like there is no one thing that is pure. Religion is not pure, spirituality is not pure. But whatever this thing that is very traditional for you, you are starting to see it in its true light. And that's not all negative, but you are starting where you've only seen positive. I think you're starting to see the negative as well. And so you I think you're doing lots of honest looking within, and in a way being your own teacher because of that. And then the chariot there for me, you know, in this case is talking about the darkness and the light and how they also teachers. They are both teachers. We need night to rest. We need the darkness to rest and to hide from everything else, all the busyness. And we need the day and the light to do our stuff. And I think that you've been doing that going within. Oh, I love this. I really love this. A huge change going on, feels like. And then with the take the lead, the Three of Wands in the reverse. And with the Eight of Cups, I didn't realize that. Also the Eight of Cups. So perhaps you are being, wow, perhaps this is not so easy. Starting to see things in a different light is not so easy. And you're finding it hard to walk away. And that's okay. That's okay. When you're ready. You know, the important thing is that you started seeing that. And in fact, it doesn't mean you have to walk away. Like I just think about here with us in South Africa, there's so much that is coming out now. There's so much, you know, COVID-19 really has been a catalyst because people are more aware. And I mean, there are also opportunists. There are also people who are using this truthfully as an opportunity to put down a black government. And that's one of the things I take issue with is fighting corruption just because, one, out of self-interest, and two, because of the belief or the wanting to believe that a black government is incompetent. Now, this is what I suppose what I'm saying is that let me use the ANC as an analogy. Say you are a party person, an ANC person, and you've been in the party for so long. And suddenly you're starting to see things in a different light. You're starting to see and accept the darkness and the light within your party. You know, you're starting to see the cracks, and you're starting to, perhaps you've seen it all along, but you've just been so loyal, and now you're starting to actually confront it and integrate it into your reality, and you know, own the negative with the positive. And perhaps your take is that you don't want to walk away, that in fact you will stay, and you will do that when you're ready. And what this might mean is that challenging from within. That's just an analogy. It could relate to a love relationship. It could be relate to religion. It could be, so same with if you're in a church, or maybe perhaps you're more Muslim, you could be Christian, or from a specific group, Jewish, whatever the case might be. But you're starting to see your institution for what it is. Talking of institutions, it could even be an academic institution, because the Hierophant is about that as well. Could be a school, it could be you're a teacher and you're realizing that that's not the place for you. And if that's the case, in some cases it might be that you're not ready to walk away, but you're preparing to walk away, but you're not ready yet for any number of reasons: finances, loyalty. See, take it as it fits. And then we have this other powerful card, but you have it in the reverse. And you know, the Magician is this ability to make manifest those things that we want to make manifest. I think that the power is not endless, it's not infinite, or what's the word, is not boundaryless. Not a single soul has boundless power. Imagine if we did. But we don't use half the amount, we don't use even a fraction of the amount of power, I guess, that we have, I think. And perhaps this is just helping you shine your devil light on where you give your power away. Your devil energy, your master energy, your this energy of looking within is helping you shine the light on where you give this power away, and rather do the sneaky behavior, which is the Five of Swords. Sneaky behavior on others and sneaky behavior on yourself. And the sneaky behavior towards yourself could be telling yourself that you are not good enough. And towards others, it's when you feel not good enough, you react towards them in sneaky ways. You don't confront things as, you know, in a powerful way, in a more honest way, in a way that sees something that is you don't like and then speaks about it, whether it's in an institution, which I really think this is about, or within another. So I think that you might be, my dear beloveds, being at a kind of crossroads, because something is ending. Oh, why am I not looking at this card? Am I just having an intentional or a subconscious blind spot to the Three of Swords? But you have your Three of Swords in reverse. So, oh, no. So whatever this is has caused you a lot of pain, I think. But you are starting to heal. Oh my goodness. Get the Hierophant again. I like this. And the Ten of Pentacles. I'm going to take the Signal Drops and 4. Mercy. Okay, so let's see. The Hierophant again in the upright. So it's quite possible, dear heart, that you are going to choose to stay in this institution, whatever that institution is. But, well, it might be because it's financially rewarding, and there's nothing wrong with that. But perhaps you, darling heart, are going to do this. You're going to stand your ground on stuff, and you're going to trust in new beginnings. Well, you're going to take the leap of faith. And perhaps that is what the encouragement is. Beautiful souls, this is such a powerful reading. So wherever you are, to me, it looks like you are staying there, but there's a huge transformation. That transformation starts with you being willing to own this devil within yourself and be willing to be so gracious as to see the light and the dark and see it all as just part of the whole. It's just part of the whole. And your graciousness and your bravery is helping you look within to see those shadows within yourself and integrate them and own them. Let go, deal with, confront those that are not your real, not true to you. And I can't get the word, but like integrate those that you know are beautiful, even if tradition says they aren't. You know, I'm feeling so much love for you, group 2. Really, how awesome you are. And I just don't want to forget about the selenite. So perhaps you can be doing moon work, right? We're going to be going into a full moon in the next week or so, right? So you could be sitting under the moon, and you know what? If when I lived in Cape Town, I had a balcony, a tiny flat, but a beautiful balcony. I could sit outside just about every night when it wasn't raining and just look at the moon. And that is such a powerful act. There's something about it that is very stilling and just holds you, you know. Play with the moon in whatever way, like drink it in or just feel it fill your body. Imagine yourself sitting on the moon and drawing on its powerful energy. You know, that energy that makes the sea go back, ebb and flow, right? There's your lovely task for the week ahead. But your encouragement, and this is what's awesome, is that you are staying put. But you're not staying put and just going to be a doormat, whatever this case is. You're staying put to take care of yourself because you're a sensible Capricorn, maybe. And but you're going to stand your ground on matters, issues that matter, and trust. When take the risks that require you to stand your ground on stuff. Whether it's defending yourself in an institution that's not looking after you, or defending the rights of others in an institution that is abusing others. Whether it is simply starting to challenge your religion or your church or your elders or your supervisor, if you're studying, or your teacher. Perhaps your teacher says something that you completely think goes against your principles. You are being encouraged. You have this beautiful energy of seeing things fairly right now. Use it. And trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. Turn that the other way around, you know. And no need to play games with yourself or with others. Okay, my beloved group 2, I hope that's helpful. I hope that speaks to your situation. I send lots of love. Sorry if the cards are a little bit out here. Sometimes I forget to check. I have a beautiful week ahead, and I hope, I wish you lots of strength and love. Work with the moon. I really believe that's going to work in your favor. Lots of love, group 2. Have a great week ahead. Bye. Welcome back, my beautiful group 3s. You chose the rutilated quartz, and I was saying there's something about it that's a bit mysterious, perhaps. But it is gorgeous, hey? It's like the something maybe that appears clear-cut, which might not be. And you know, we have this powerful one, which is very much, I'm seeing it as the King of Swords kind of, or the Ace of Swords kind of energy of, well, like magic. Ace of Swords, not about magic, but the way I'm using this, it's like decreeing something almost. But no, the Ace of Swords, cutting through the crack and having powerful new beginnings. I'll put it there. It's a beautiful stone letter. So, my beloveds, I'm using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, and then I'm going to clarify with my little babies here, just because, but also because the Psychic Tarot of the Heart doesn't have any court cards. So if there are people wanting to show themselves, they haven't really so far, but at least these cards will show. And what else? And then I'm working this way because these cards are so big that they won't fit. They won't fit facing you, but you'll be able to see them. Heart chakra in the reverse. And Five of Swords. Five of Swords. A little bit of game playing. Oops. And the Devil came up in the last to the last group as well. So, are you not trusting your heart about something here and your intuition? Oh, okay, so you have the heart chakra in the reverse. So perhaps there's something about love that seems a bit murky for you, or perhaps you're just not trusting your heart. There is some game playing. It could be you, it could be somebody else. You have the part of Capricorn. You might be a Capricorn involved. They are in the upright, so it need not be bad. It just might be little games that are being played. And then you have the High Priestess in reverse. So someone or two people are not listening to their intuition. This could be love. I'll see what the cards are come up. And then you have open up in reverse, the Four of Coins. So you are not opening up, beloved. You are refusing. What is, I think you are so afraid of opening your heart. So mean to hurt you. And perhaps, I don't know, I'm feeling that this is about love. And the win or lose thing, this Five of Swords thing, is directly in relation to you not listening to your intuition. Right? You're not trusting. What is your intuition telling you? Your heart. And if your intuition might be telling you, yes, spread your wings. Make that step. You know, the card after this, in the John Holland deck, in this one it says take the lead. In his other deck, there's the alliances. So perhaps you are wanting to take a step forward into an alliance with someone, but you're afraid, right? And this, it could be with the Capricorn, that's for sure. But this could also be pointing out to your being afraid of your own shadows. You know, the Devil card, this is the Devil. And lots of people are afraid of the Devil. When I get the Devil, I just jump for joy. Well, because I'm Cappy, but also because I feel like the Devil is such a, and there's the Devil still. It's such a card of power. It's one of my power cards. That the Magician card, the Devil, those are my two power cards. The Tower. I don't shake when I get those cards, whether they're upright in the reverse. You know, people don't like death, no fear. That's because I love the tarot and I think that they are teaching. But it's, you might be dealing with the fire sign. And I was just talking about the Magician. Look at that power there. There's something powerful happening for you right now. Something where you have the power to do something and you're not trusting that. You don't realize it. Or wow. this is nice group 2, 3. Very, very nice. Right. So I think your heart chakra is a little bit blocked. You are so terrified of opening your heart to something which might be seeming to you very murky, very unclear. But, you know, because it's unclear doesn't mean that it's not a good thing, right? I think that perhaps your heart chakra is closed because there was something that you hoped would be a victory and it hasn't turned out that way. Perhaps it's the previous relationship that you really thought would work out and it didn't quickly work. I think this is relationship and it didn't work out that way. Or it could be in this situation where you thought something would just happen and it didn't. And you've lost courage because you've already seen it as a sign of a lack of no victory. But it doesn't have to be that way, right? Because from what I'm reading, there's a lot of love, a lot of powerful energy here, should I say, right? Next to that, you have the win or lose card. And you have this energy of the fire, a fire sign, perhaps, that might be playing games with you, or you're playing games with the fire sign, or someone who has the energies of fire. That is their outward appearance. They appear to be very fiery, very, it could be sexual, or it could be creative. Yeah, but it is in the reverse. So perhaps both of you are playing a little bit of a game. And the game just might be fear. So perhaps there's a potential for a relationship, or a workship, or something ship, but friendship. But both of you have been so world weary that you are weary and weary, that you are afraid to show your heart, because I'm just going to think a little bit about this Queen of Wands here. Yeah, I think it's just could be exactly what I said. But then to have, you know, this creature, this devil human, is willing to work with the shadows. So I think that you, maybe for you, this is advice that perhaps you need to be going in and thinking about this heart chakra stuff. Why is your heart blocked? Here, the devil is, interestingly, also playing with his caged heart. Why is your heart caged? What are you afraid that another will see in you that is so unlovable? I think that you perhaps need to go and engage with that thing that you think is so unlovable and start pouring light on it, shining light on it, so that it's not so scary and it's no longer unlovable. There's not a single thing about you that is unlovable of any of us, right? Unlikable, yes. I mean, I'm just thinking about some of the stuff that's happening here in South Africa and the police brutality, which is the only way to describe it. That is hateful stuff. But it's not unlovable because because it can change. It needs to change. Of course, there must be justice. Yes, yes, yes. But what's the point if we can't change, if people can't change? You know, I'm tying myself up in knots here. But the point is, there's nothing about you that cannot be redeemed or transformed, that is so bad that it is unlovable, you know. And that's the other thing. That's the other thing I want to say. The act is unlovable, or the act could be hateful, but the person is not. The act is the unloving thing. It's not the person. Am I right? Oh, forgive me. I'm just saying that every human being behaves. We all behave in dastardly ways in some way or the other, and perhaps you are seeing yourself. You are caging your heart in because there's something in yourself that you are seeing as unlovable, and only you can shine the light on that. And maybe, just maybe, forgive yourself and say, allow yourself to be human. And perhaps you're just being too hard on yourself. And then you have, I could go a bit round and round there, but then you have this beautiful, powerful magician. And I was just talking about the two parts that I love. The magician is the great manifester, and you have it in under spread your wings, and the Ace of Swords, you have it above that. Something you need to take action about and trust yourself on that. It could be simply taking action on starting this healing, but I think it's more than that. I think that you need to be taking action. You know, the magician has one hand pointed up and one hand pointed down. It's like making manifest those things that come from heaven, making them happen on earth, you know. So those things that are dreamed of, making them real. And you have the power to do that. And that's why you have the spread your wings card, along with the Ace of Wands, which is the card of truth-telling. You know what's so funny? You did read, when I started this, I spoke about the Eight of Wands, that cutting through the crack, that saying what needs to be said. How about that? Right? So, some kind of truth-telling that needs to happen, and a trust in yourself to do that, whether it's in a relationship or elsewhere. And you need to be listening to your intuition, because there's a reward of something so beautiful, so nurturing. Well, you know, I would say this. I strongly feel this is a relationship, because you also have this Ten of Cups, which is complete fulfillment and abundance and love, being the Nine of Cups. But I'm seeing it in the upright, and it's that being completely self-satisfied. It is an alone card, could be an alone card. But even in this act of reaching out, of taking the steps, of having that clear communication, the reward is either this beautiful relationship, potentially, this beautiful self-fulfillment with something that is like a goddess kind of energy, Mother Earth type energy, Empress energy, or you becoming this for yourself. However you identify, you becoming this energy for yourself. So in taking this leap of faith, in spreading your wings, in doing this loving internal work, and in trusting in your magical power, you are already starting this heart healing, despite the outcome. And even though for me the outcome seems to be something very beautiful, and look at that, soulmate energy. Wow, what's going on here? Oh, so sweet. Nine of Swords. Yeah, stop it now. Okay? Stop this. There's no need for this. Stop instead of wallowing, sleepless nights, even if they're metaphorical sleepless nights about the situation, do this. Communicate. Communicate like the magician with this the faith of this behind you, that you have that power, that manifestation, co-creation power. You know, I think the magician has come up in 3 readings, all 3 readings. The devil's come up in 2. Wow, nice energy, nice energy. And then you have the King of Wands. And yeah, I did that one. And then you have the King of Wands. And you have the King of Wands. There you go. The King of Wands. Excuse me. Of all the kings, this is the action king. He takes action. So this is you standing in your power, that mighty devil energy behind you, that energy that's willing to go within, look at the shadows, integrate them, open that caged heart in this depth, and that mighty energy, and then you merge the King of Wands. Confident in your ability to create, confident in your ability to co-create. Then you use the term co-create again. Yeah, and loyal to yourself. I feel like taking one more card, but yeah. So in terms of your work, I think your work here is, please, I mean, like I haven't been tearing up. Look at that. Give the Judgment card. Rebirth. Rebirth is happening. It's related to your heart. It's related to you unlocking your heart and loving yourself with warts and all. Just reminds me again of this mutilated quartz, that murky, like there's murkiness inside, but still so beautiful for all the murkiness, that mystery. I think your work is in opening your heart, healing, shining your light onto your heart, those places where you feel you are unlovable, and listening to your intuition. Because of that, being able to listen to your intuition, speak clearly, speak your mind. Clear communication. And this communication, by the way, is not really passionate communication. It's a words type of communication. It's head type communication. For some reason, that is what is indicated there. And the other cards are so beautiful. They're so indicative of something harmonious and loving. And like I say, I cannot do prediction because I don't think that's what life is about. I don't think, anyway, I don't. But I will say this, that there is, what I see here is beautiful. What I see here is beautiful. And as a thinking human being, and I'm trusting that readers, watchers are also thinking human beings, you know that, the mystery of life is this, that sometimes we might be led onto something, and it's in the act that the beauty happens. Sometimes that act leads to something beautiful in the physical, and sometimes that act leads to the beautiful within, like a lesson learned, a beautiful big lesson learned. So I'm hoping for you, dear heart, that if it's love that you're looking for outside of yourself with another, there's something that's so beautiful indicated, and I hope that happens for you. There really is something beautiful indicated, and just a reminder that you have this within you, this King of God energy within you, no matter what kind of king or queen or whatever, however you see yourself, or however you identify, whatever your sign is. Okay, beloveds, I hope that helps. I trust you will do that inner work. I hope it's a beautiful week ahead. I send lots of love. Thank you. Bye. Welcome back, group 4, with this beautiful Labradorite. I'm going to, you can see it. The light is really not so good. I've really brought in a lot. Yeah, that's good. Look at that. Rainbow hues and war. And then you have this beautiful at it. Such a beautiful stone. I love the way it flows with the light. There. So I'm using the John Holland Psychic Tarot of the Heart. I'm working this way because the cards are too big to go that way. And this deck doesn't have any court cards, which is all the humans. So I'm using this little miniature deck to clarify. And maybe that's also because I think they're so cute. I just want to find an excuse to use them. Share the love in the reverse. And four cards there. Okay. So, okay, let me just take all the cards out. You, Hermit. Okay, let's see what's happening here. You are holding on to heart chakra. Similar to group 3, there's some heart chakra energy that you are blocking. I think that you're afraid to open up to someone because of what is it you're afraid of? Open your heart. No, life experience can make us feel like afraid to be hurt. And you have the Hermit card here, the card of Virgo, and the card of Leo, the Strength card, Control. And then you have the throat chakra also in the reverse. So someone's not speaking the truth. I think it's you. Opportunity taking. You're not opening yourself up to an opportunity, beloved. Why? Why? They're going to hurt you. They're going to hurt you. That's what you're afraid of. Now, interesting, group 3 had a similar reading, really similar reading, right? But they got victory in reverse, so I felt they were afraid of that. Now, for you, I'm going to put that book. The extra card is the like nothing card that I use. Oh, there's the sign of Virgo in that. Off the right. And then you have Aries in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. Intuition. Let me see what I see. You know, this would suggest that let me see if I can manipulate this light so that it's shining on me. So share the love. So you are withholding love. You're withholding an offering. It could be love. I think it's love, but you are withholding something from someone. It's almost like you're afraid of the victory, that you're afraid. Are you afraid of relationships? Are you afraid of commitment, perhaps? There's something for you to think about, people. Are you afraid of being controlled? Perhaps you felt trapped before. I think this is ego talking. You know, the Strength card is about taming your ego. It's about looking within and seeing where your ego might be tripping you up, where it's telling you false stories or a negative stories, you know. And then you get the 9 of Swords with it, which is also, we got that in the previous reading, in group 3, 9 of Swords. It's like sleepless nights about what? About something that need not be
Like you need not have sleepless nights about it. You're battling, it seems like battle with the ego, you know. And what's interesting is that group 3 got the 2, which was the high priestess. And I'm getting that feeling here. But in fact, your encouragement is more, if you can get the hermit twice, it means that there's a bit of deep inner work you need to be doing to guide you in this relationship, because you have the answers within you. But you just need a little bit of going within and really listening. You know, the throat chakra talks about not speaking your mind to someone about something. I think it's love. It might not be love if it's not love, yeah, but I'm seeing love. And then the tiny tarot. So this is not a card, but I'm going to see what else. Oh, look at that. It's suggesting an action that requires freeing something. So there's something you need to free. It might be your own ability to speak about something, to share your mind, and that leads to your being free. Or the freedom is in the act. The freedom is the act of freeing your throat chakra so that you speak your mind about something. So think about what it is in your life that you need to free, to set free maybe, so that your throat chakra can open, so that you are then willing to speak your mind. And then your antidote for your heart being closed is to move within, beloved. Perhaps you are dealing with either, you could be a Virgo, but you could be dealing with a Virgo or a fire, or a Leo. This Virgo Leo energy here, or people exhibiting those. One of them could be you. I think perhaps that. And yeah. Oh, okay. Let me tell you on. So, you need to be doing some heart chakra work, and it requires this deep going within, beloved. Trust what you find in that going within. You really do. I love the hermit. I really love the hermit. I love the devil and, all those difficult cards because they require difficult work. The hermit's energy is much more gentle, but it does require you being honest. It's about going in and finding deep, authentic, real wisdom that's true to you. And then you have double hermit, right? And this one is green. It's green. Really hard chakra stuff. And then, Labradorite as well, that magic stone. Wow. Trust in magic, trust in your magic. Which is linked. There's the birds again, who set free something in you, and there are 2 here. If it's love, 2 are being set free by your being willing to go within and seek your authentic truth. So do that, darling hearts, do that. Really. Oh, man. Yeah. And then you have the Emperor in reverse. I think your fear is being controlled in a relationship. And I think that you need not fear that, because I think you're very strong. And you're a person that's willing to go within. And you are going within. And you will go within, because I'm saying that, I'm kidding, but I think that the cards are suggesting that do that inner work. That inner work that's related. I mean, in this one, he's looking directly, the hermit's looking directly at this heart chakra. So I think your work is work with Labradorite and your heart. Just see what comes out, Sleep with if you've got Labradorite, sleep with it under your pillow. Or when you go to bed, just picture that. Have that image under your pillow. Work with your heart chakra. See what happens when you work with your heart chakra and Labradorite. I'll do the same. How about that? And I mean, even as I think about it, as I'm looking at it now, I'm just feeling this. I really feel higher heart. I'm feeling it in my throat and upper. So there's something there, beloveds, that you can explore. And look at this, hey? The opportunity beckons. Opportunity beckons. That looks very much like a Labrador, right? And then you've got the infinity sign. So if something is presented to you, something is offered, open yourself up and take it. With the Ace of Wands in reverse here, I think that you don't need to be stubborn. I think that you need to open yourself to whatever passionate opportunity is being presented to you, even if it's not obvious. I think you know. I think you know if love is, or something is being offered to you, but perhaps there's a fear from the other person to be clear about it. So I think that you're being encouraged to open yourself and not shut yourself up because you're afraid of being trapped or whatever that is. And there you are, being all Queen of Pentacles in there. Interesting, the two court cards. Anyway, the group 3 and group 4. There's some real huge similarities between group 3 and 4. So, and the Empress came out with group 3 as well. You, dear hearts, are an Empress, and you need to own that. I don't care who you are, you have this beautiful nurturing quality within yourself. And the thing about the Empress is look how confident she is. I think you need to be unearthing this you. Whoever you are, unearthing this aspect of yourself, because this aspect of yourself nurtures you and is not afraid to nurture others as well. Right? And that's about opening that heart chakra. Really it is. Sharing the love. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. From controlling your ego, like looking within to see what it is, what is it you are trying to control in the situation. Being willing to do the hermit work of going inward and really working with the heart chakra. I think you're exploring something deep within yourself about love, about the heart chakra, using Labradorite with it, and then the Wheel of Fortune, some beautiful change happens. Something perhaps that you've been waiting for a long time. Might be love, probably love. Then it falls into place. How awesome if that is what happens. And if it does, please let me know. Please let me know. Because I love this progression here. And, you know, like I try to avoid prediction, but it's almost impossible. So let me put it this way. My approach to the tarot is to look at what is there and to see what advice you can use to help you grow in the situation. That's number one. Where indications are that something will work out in a certain way, and it's shown in the cards, I need to say it, right? And trust that it will work out in the right and divine way for all concerned. And that's why I never promise that is what the outcome is. For me, the work is more important and the outcome within is more important than the outside outcome. But how awesome would it be if your Wheel of Fortune then leads you to your beautiful Queen of Coins, Empress energy, perhaps in another, which is what this reading suggests, and perhaps within yourself. Some huge change happening for you, beloved group 4. and it's really lovely. So I'm going to just remind you, your take home, your work is confronting the ego, that ego that is preventing you from sharing love. What is it? What is that blockage? You know, is it your independence? Is it this tendency? Or are you afraid of having this in your life where someone, you feel like if you have someone, they will dictate to you? So look at it. Look at why that is. And then, or look within and just do the heart chakra work. Use your hermit. Your hermit's light may be the light within the Labradorite. And I love the way that rhymed. But use Labradorite, use the hermit, go in and just face your heart chakra. Just look at it. Look at what is going on within. And do it in whatever way makes sense for you, whether it's sleeping with Labradorite under your pillow, wearing it, using this picture, just gazing at it in meditation, just gazing at it, even with your eyes, just looking at it. For me, the immediate thing that comes to me is just breathing this into my heart. Likewise with the Labradorite. Labradorite, I don't know why, it just goes straight to my throat, between my throat and my heart. And I'm just thinking about that. And I'm talking fast now because I'm thinking about this. There's something about this higher heart chakra, something between the throat and heart chakra. So getting in touch with the heart chakra and the blockages are linked to the throat chakra blockages. And the throat chakra blockages are when it's about suppressing something that needs to be said and something that needs to be shared. So they are linked to each other and linked to this not seeing an opportunity or seeing it and shunning it because of some fear. And your work for the week is unpacking what those fears are that are causing this health. And you've got the beautiful hermit energy twice to work with. You've got this lovely, lovely Labradorite energy, and you've got the heart chakra as your heart chakra is the guide, but your heart chakra is also the thing that needs to be opened up. And throat chakra, those two, working with the heart and the throat chakra. It's almost like this clearing then helps that clear, right? And then also, for me, this is not advice, but more like I really am seeing this more as my potential, the potential for this beautiful Empress energy to emerge in the form of the Queen of Coins, nurturing, loving energy, very abundant energy, and the wheel of fortune between those, bringing about that change because this work has been done. You've done this inner work, and hey presto. Not really, but that inner work. I love this. I really love this. Okay, my beloveds, I'm trying not to make these too long. I think the message is clear and the work is clear, and you are also thinking human beings with your own creative energy. You'll use this in the way that's best for you. I love you, and I send you lots of love. Take care, and I'll chat with you soon in the week. Bye.